Hey guys, what's up? I'm on a catamaran in one of the most beautiful places I have ever been. And we just got a fish! Sometimes I feel like we are 17! Whoa! Well, this week's top tip of the week is from... And I just want to say to everybody that told me to get the boat's water out of the boat, listen guys, seriously, every time it rains, there's water in the boat. So I'm sorry that you guys think I'm disgusting. I actually know what I'm doing sometimes. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time on the Paperboat Project. This is our wall of brain scatter. We have the Paperboat Project, which is kind of the heart of where everything pulls together, and obviously Magic Woman is the star of the show. What it's all about, we just want to breathe positivity back into the world. See, it's so powerful, even the electricity here goes like that. We want to inspire other people to sail their paperboat projects or their paperboats, whatever that is. We want to showcase stories of overcoming fears and doing great things.
Woo! We're going up!
And we want to provide a platform for followers to see these things happen. And we want to create a community of like-minded people.
That evil laugh afterwards.
If you guys don't think that you're like-minded, you don't want to sail, you don't want to do great stuff, you don't want to be positive, and you don't want to cry sometimes because of the beauty of this world, maybe you should go watch. Social media is what we're busy with. Our boat project is very important right now, and I'm so happy to say that in 4 weeks, guys, we've smashed the project. I've been working really hard, and since the crew came aboard, they really have been helping a lot. So let's come closer to the boat project. I think this is what you want to know. And so we've painted the Krans iron and the steering column, which is very important. We've checked all the through-hole fittings. The through-hole fittings was very rusted up. But I got them nice and squeaky clean. Actually, I have the bronze through-hole fittings, and you can open it on the side and put some oil in it, and it really is now working smoothly. We're servicing the head in the water. The stove has been fixed, everything is fine, it can go in. We painted the bulges. We're busy with painting on the inside walls of the boat. I've checked the compass plate, I've put it back in, I've checked the steering column inside, I've greased all the cables, everything's working smoothly. We got our solar panel yesterday. The charge controller has been delivered. We painted under the bowsprit. We have not been able to pump out the water in the bulges. I'll still do that. I have to check the bulge pumps. The heat exchanger I cleaned and I painted it nicely. The sail cover is being repaired right now. The sink has been fixed, polished, new fittings under the sink been done nicely. It's painted nicely, you guys have seen that. That is stupid! Babe, the boat has been painted, but I need a little bit of more paint on the bowsprit, so I'm not crossing that off, but it's 99% finished.
We have to interrupt this broadcast with a little bit of rum.
Yes, thank you!
The companionway floor has been fixed. The door to the head has been fixed, it was just a hinge. The starboard compartment door in the V-berth, so there's a little storage compartment which I'm busy painting, and the little door's not working that well, I have to fix that. The V-berth hatch we're busy with, we've got very nice bronze scharnieren. I'll put the English word on. Oh, there's more. The plumbing in the head is done, the main sail cover, yes. Service the winches, that will still do. The heater hole closed. Okay, so I took out the little, what do you call it in English? It's a little like fireplace, like a coal fireplace that I took out, and then it left a hole in the boat about this big. But really what I did was I just filled it with fiberglass and mesh, and then I just fiberglassed over in the bottom, and then I painted it and I sanded it, and it's like you can't even see there was a hole. So I'm very happy with that project. The wood under the stove, you guys saw me replace, cut a brand new plywood, fixed it, oiled it, it looked beautiful. In the fiberglassing in the main saloon, I still have to do some fiberglassing. That's what we've done in 4 weeks. There's probably much more that we haven't put on here. That's the update for this morning, and we keep showing you as we go through getting her back in the water. It's been an exciting, challenging process, and the sad thing is you know, the money that we're spending now trying to get it back in the water is probably going to eat into the sailing kitty quite a bit, and so I don't know if I'll be able to then sail her. I'll probably have to go and captain a boat or go back to work, but at least she's done, and I can put her on the hearth somewhere and she can lie down and she can just wait for us to come back. So it's exciting. Thanks for joining us. Good morning. Have a coffee.
Hey guys, so I know when you're watching this it's going to be way forward in the future. We have been able to do live updates for our Patreons, but otherwise, yeah, this is going to be a bit, yeah, backdated, but sorry. Anyway, what I wanted to say is it's now day 6 of quarantine, or somewhat quarantine, here in the Dominican Republic for this coronavirus madness, and luckily we have been able to still do some work on the boat because the marina is completely shut down. There's nobody here. It's complete social isolation, so we've been coming to the boat every day and just doing what we can. However, the ferreteria, which is the hardware store, has been closed, which is the biggest inconvenience, the biggest challenge for us right now. I would really trade some toilet paper for sandpaper right about now. Definitely want some sandpaper to continue on with our tasks, but otherwise, really, we're doing okay here in the DR. We've still got plenty of food. We've got a house that some locals have been letting us stay at, and that's fine, and everyone around us is healthy and well, and we're still able to go to the boat and get some work done, so really, what more could you ask for? I just wanted to show you what I'm working on today, which is these lovely cubbies here in the main cabin. So on the inside, I'll get a close-up here, you can see it's pretty disastrous looking. So I am gonna paint the inside of that bad boy. I've already scraped away as much as I can and made it as smooth as I can, and I've sanded with some nice coarse like 80 sandpaper to try and get it as smooth as I can. The other cubby here doesn't look any better. No better at all. So these two bad boys are gonna get a complete makeover, and I will show you some footage when I'm done. Hey Steph, what have you been up to?
What does it look like?
Are you staying out of trouble?
I'm trying to, but I'm not staying clean though. It feels like when you're painting, everything that you touch, like everywhere, there's paint, like literally. I think there's paint even in my hair. So I wanted to inspect the chain plates and make sure that they're fastened from the inside, they're not leaking, they're not, and I started painting, but my paint ran out of paint. But come check the transformation.
Whoa!
Look at that, ain't that nice? I'm gonna still go up in there and clean that out nicely. I'm gonna polish those chain plates, silver washers, but I mean, just look at that. It's just such a transformation. Happiness. And then I still have to do there, and there, and there, and there, and there, and there, and there.
The more you look, the more you will
Thank
find.
you too. Guys, welcome back to yet another project. So the project that I'm doing now is fixing the floor in the V-berth. So there was a lot of water in my boat and she has a lot of wood. For some reason the water gathers under the floorboards in the bow. Now I might install a little bit of a small bilge pump in here, but I'm going to show you what I'm doing and you're going to tell me if you think I'm doing it right or not. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing to repair the floor, and I think it's going to be good as new. So let me show you. What we have here is the floor here in my V-berth. This part just really got wet, and so these little blocks came loose, and also the plywood. So what I did was I cleaned it very nicely all around. I cleaned that. I cut a new supporting block in here that's now going to support that. I cut a little hole there, so this supporting block is now going to be there nicely supporting it. And then I cut a template, and then I'm fitting this marine plywood right in there. So this marine plywood will go on there. I'm gonna get some nails and nail that to that supporting block, and now it's really nice and sturdy and strong down there. Then I'm gonna put some glue, and I'm gonna glue all those wooden blocks back, and hopefully, if I can show you what I'm talking about, it's gonna look all new. So there's our template, that's where it goes in. This is a keel step mast that goes all the way to the bottom, and then we're gonna put some new blocks there with some glue, and it's gonna be nice. So I had two options. I could do away with the whole floor and just do a piece of plywood, marine plywood, and you can actually stain your wood to look like it's teak and holly. And maybe in another episode I'll show you how to do that. But for now, I was like, you know, it's such a classical boat. The floor in the boat flows all the way from stern, and then when you get to the V-berth, it's like, hey, what's going on here? It's different. So I want to keep the old classic look, and that's what we're doing. Project number 3412.2, repetitive, is I have set myself up a nice working station in the main cabin inside of this beautiful classic 1976 Hardened Seawolf, and we're just trying to get her back in the water. As you guys know, her name is Magic Woman. It might change. She's been painted on the outside, which we're so happy about. We're doing so many different things. It's being painted. It's been raining for the last 2 days, so when it's raining I try and do cosmetics inside. What I'm doing right now is I am painting the V-berth storage compartment front facing doors. I've also installed a little solar panel operated extractor fan, which is almost like a Dorad, but why I like them more is because they suck out the air constantly. And I have to tell you, I had one in the bathroom on port side, and there was no mold in the bathroom. So after coming back, so I decided to install another one. I also have discovered that the wood in the V-berth is really bad. So it got wet somehow. There was a puddle of water in there, so I started investigating that. It's not looking good right now. I took it out, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. I was thinking of taking a 3/4 inch marine plywood and just replacing the whole floor, but because this teak is so nice to me, I want to restore it, and I have an idea. There will probably be an episode to come, so if you know how you would have done it, please comment below and tell me what you would have done. That's what I'm busy with, along with 1,000 other things. It's exciting on the boat right now. I wish you were here.
Time running, fearing what I'd become if I stop playing goalie on all of my thoughts, yeah. Speaking out straight from my heart, but now I see.
Okay, now that I'm waiting for some paint to dry, I am tackling, you see I still need to do in there, that one's done. I am now tackling this compartment here, which is the shower and the head. So I've taken out all the insulation that was in the boat, and I've been painting in there. So that looks much better. That up there still needs to be done. And then what's important for me is to, in here in the shower, be able to access the chain plates and see what they look like, what state they're in, and that's where they sit. And that obviously looks beautiful. I mean, look at that beautiful paint color. It's a little bit like a poo color, and I'm going to change that. I'm going to also get brand new pieces of 2.5 inch marine plywood, cut new pieces of that. I'm going to paint that nicely for you guys so you can see the transformation. And that's a little shower. There's a little hole there, and there's another little hole there. Oh, and here is the other extractor little fan that I have in there. See all the mold that's around that contractor fan? That's not a lot. Like usually it would be so much more. I mean, there is some mold, but it's not as bad as it was in other places. And this is the shower. So I'm happy with it. Gracias, amigo. Hey, perfecto. Okay, look at what I'm doing, guys. I'm making the old stainless look really brand new. get the jack stands off, paint where the jack stands were, paint the water line, go to the water, baby. Thank you so much for watching this week's episode. If you haven't done so already, please smash that subscribe button, hit a like, post a comment, and consider becoming one of my patrons and support my work. Next week, we get our hands really dirty in fixing this beauty that I call Magic Woman. Remember, you're awesome and you can overcome anything you want. See you next time, right here.